Hello, Aries dreamers. Welcome to the Mystic Hawk. Today, I have a special reading for you that's based on the most recent eclipse, solar eclipse in Sagittarius that also eclipsed out the south node in Sagittarius as well. And why is the south node in Sagittarius important? Well, it's about what we're releasing. It is the south node. That's all the old belief systems, all the old karma, all the old stuff that no longer serves us, or the way that we're doing it no longer serves us, and it's time to be released. When did the South Node in Sagittarius come online? Well, it was May 5th, 2020. What were you doing about then? Did some things change or stop for you in 2020? I have a feeling they probably did, especially if they were related to anything Sagittarius, which is international travel, any kind of travel at all, really, nowadays, philosophy, higher education, all of that good stuff pretty much got put on hold last year, right? So, yes, it did very much affect you and all of us. And we're going to see exactly where it affected you, Aries, in just one moment. I just want to mention I have my website. I have all my personal readings up and available. I have the pre-recorded audio and video readings, great for one or two questions. Submit them to me. I'll email a link back to you, and you get to keep the audio and video forever. Also, I have my live personal readings now in the US. The phone readings are available, telephone readings and FaceTime. And Zoom is available for the international. So, and if you happen to buy one FaceTime or Zoom, and I see that you're international, I'll just set you up for Zoom, no problem. Or, we'll work it out somehow. Now, those live readings, those are really cool special readings in general. Number one, the U.S. residents gets, I actually go crystal digging. I'm near the crystal mines here in near the Ouachita Mountains, where they come from here in the Arkansas in the United States. So I actually go and get them myself. So you get one jewelry point with that has the energy of the reading sent to you to your house. So you get to actually have something. I'm working it out to see if through Etsy, I have an Etsy store, Mystic Hawk Crystals, where I do sell some of those crystals. More are coming, people. I know there's only a few, but trying to get the website going, YouTube, TikTok, come on. I'm doing my best to get everything going. But there's a few crystals there already at this point. More coming. You can order those. I do ship internationally from Etsy, so that's why I chose Etsy, so there wouldn't be a problem with that. And also, on the live readings, you will get an audio recording of the reading that I will send that to you. You get to keep that forever. It's really, I say that's my best deal, because guess what? In the time that I've been gone, I've been on a medicine walk, and I've been required to work with my ancestors. Those are the ones that have passed over. And in learning how to communicate with my ancestors, boy, do I hear your guys' ancestors. And I would say about 99% of the time, can guarantee it, your ancestors do come through in those live readings. And it's really profound and amazing experience for me as well, having that interaction and getting to be a part of it. So that's really a great deal. For those readings. I said that's your best value right there. But if you only have a little bit and you just have one or two questions, I can take care of those with the other readings. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, giving the thumbs up. All right, now Aries, we're back from the commercial and on to you. Let's see. I know that's how you like it, right? Yeah. It's Aries. So let's make it all about Aries right now. This is your moment, your time. Let's see. So this is going to be hitting you in the 9th house, which is the house of Sagittarius. And like I just said, it's international travel or long distance travel. I mean, like if you're in a big country like the United States, Canada, I suppose China. I don't know anything about how they travel, but long distance travel over, a day's worth drive, right? So that would be a long distance travel. And working long distance, studying abroad, going to university, and all of that stuff that, that really got affected. And if you had all had any kind of job or career, or if your life involved travel for any reason, that really hit you pretty hard, just put a stop to everything that you were doing. And that time that made you sit back and have to reevaluate your life, get to know family. It was a realignment time, especially for anyone that has that the house. You know, your ninth house is the Sag house, so it was affecting you in a similar way that Sagittarius. That really put a stop to what you were doing. A lot of you, not everybody. I know some of you Aries out there weren't really getting into, weren't traveling a whole lot, but maybe you were out and about in your world, perhaps something happened to stop your world. And I really do feel a work element connected to this, even though we're talking about long distance travel. So I feel like a lot of you either traveled for work or it was caught up in being in the swirl of things. That's what I'm feeling like. If you were in a city, you know, you were always out there and about. You were very busy with what you were doing. And what I feel is about a year and a half ago, that's like I said, May 2020, or even 2 years ago, it was like dead stop. Especially if, you know, you were living, you know, in a bigger city. It was closer to 2 years ago, you know, January, February, they were really, you know, starting to shut down New York City and stuff. So yeah, a lot of this, and of course, we know people, you know, caught it way before then. Come on. But anyway, so it could be that that was one of the reasons. Whatever it is, I do feel like it was connected to the situation that's South Node and Sagittarius, you know, globally, why we had to stop and shut down everything. Some people still are, still affecting you. However, the South Node will be leaving that position January 18th, 2022. So breathe easy. But this eclipse energy, this eclipse that hit these nodes for you is going to last until March and maybe even bleed over into May. So all the way through your birthday, Aries, it's going to be really powerful. Now, keep in mind, if we're talking about you as an individual, this would be for an Aries rising. But for the collective, I'm just going to call everybody the Aries rising. We're going to start in the first house, but it depends on the time you were born. So you look up your rising sign, also watch that video. You can watch your video for your sun sign or your moon sign, but definitely watch your rising sign on these. So what the ancestors, what I have here are the cards the ancestors chose for you. I'm trying to bring them into the reading as much as possible. And so we have enjoy new beginnings, reclaim your energy, and the builder beaver over here for the Aries. The beaver's the doer. He's like the get her done dude, you know. So, you know, you're feeling like you're really wanting to get things done, get back to work, get back out there. You know, you Aries does not like to sit still very well, you know, and I'm feeling like for part of last year, you're just like walking around the house in circles or whatever, wherever you were out was like pacing like a lion in a cage, right? All that energy, and what am I going to do with it? You know, it can't go back and do the same things, restricted, not allowed for whatever reason in your life. It really got put to a quick stop is what I'm seeing for a lot of Aries. So, and, you know, some of you may have found, for whatever situation, you ended up back home with family, or those of you married with children find yourself in the house with family and so, with your children, your family, children everywhere. They couldn't go to school either. Perhaps even extended family, you know, because that's all the people you could really be around, right? You know, just people right there. And so it was a lot. That's what I'm feeling for Aries. You know, maybe not all of you are in that situation, but I'm feeling like a lot of your energy, and this could be in the past, because I'm feeling a lot of triggers. You know, some triggers came up in these situations. It was on the soul level. That's exactly what needed to happen, Aries, so you could see it and clear it and understand how easily you're triggered, because being triggered is not the other person's fault. It's something within you that you have that trigger to where you bleed off, you lose a lot of energy, you get excitable over a situation, you know, especially if it's something that happened in the past and, you know, some new person or something comes along and triggers you, new person or situation triggers you, but it brings up something in the past. That's showing you how much energy leak, energy waste, energy loss. I'm talking in terms of fire. You're losing your fire here, Aries. You lose your fire when you get angry and lash out at situations, instead of just for a moment to be still, breathe. Because I know that this may have been something you had to do because you were in these unusual circumstances, not getting to get out and do what you wanted. Really had to be still, breathe. How am I to deal with this situation? Feeling pent up. I feel a lot of pent up energy and just needing almost to explode, like that explosive energy. And you may have. You may have, Aries. Come on. Maybe not. Maybe so. It just depends on who you are. But it is calling that energy back to you and reclaiming your energy. Also being aware of where you put your energy and how you use it. Perhaps this off time and this downtime, even if you've gone back to what you're doing recently, something has shifted. I feel a lot of you have moved. I know some Aries personally that I know they have moved from the big city back to the small town. You know, that was big. You know, a culture clash at the same time. So there are some new beginnings. If you haven't already moved, you're going to be moving. So I definitely see moving because it has to do with your environment. You could not tolerate the environment that you were in. Like I said, if you were in a country or a city where it was, you know, really restricted and locked down, of course, perhaps you went to a more rural area or smaller town where there was less restriction, or a country where there's less restriction, because Aries, you know, y'all gotta have some freedom, man. Yeah, there's no being shut up in no little bitty apartment. Aries, you'll bounce off the wall. I'm sure some of you did find a way to work with that, probably finding something to work on, some projects to do that you need to, you know, always need to stay busy, get her done, right? So this new beginning is coming in your work situation. Travel is going to be opening up for you. I do see some travels, also some working in the dream realm. Keep your intuition open for opportunities, things coming along. Also getting out and being social again and reconnecting with the others. With others. It is the holiday time, and it's time to reconnect with people perhaps that you've been separate from for the last year and a half, 2 years. Now, one thing they do want to talk to you about, the ancestors are coming over to some of you Aries, is maybe, you know, Aries, you know, you used to be like go-getter, and then all this stuff happened, and then you kind of got used to just hanging and dreaming all these wonderful projects you're going to do when you finally get the opportunity to get out there. But there wasn't enough energy, or you didn't have the energy available because perhaps you were giving it all out to all these other people in these situations you weren't used to doing. You know, it wasn't just work. You were dealing with family and kids and energies and, you know, just different things. So it really took you off your game. That's what I'm trying to say. You kind of got taken off your game for a while. So you got more, perhaps some of you maybe got more in the dreaming mode and less in the doing mode. The beaver is just here to get you back in line. You know, just start those projects, make those lists. Just number one, check that one off, even if you have to break a bigger project down into smaller things to get them done. Also, you know, checking out how, if you feel resentful about having to go back to work at all, you know, and if so, perhaps looking into doing your own business, calling your energy back from giving it out to the man all the time, and saying, hey, it's time to sit at home and figure out what I can do for myself. Because I feel a lot of you, Aries rising, is just like, there is no going back to where it was. Just like, you know, Sagittarius. I mean, the Sagittarius world, look, international travel, education, university, they're not the same. Will never be the same. This also rules religion and law and stuff like that, you know, so, you know, not so much like the Capricorn law where it's more controlling, but it is the laws that are made to keep you under control. Yeah, it looks like you were balancing stuff out, having to, you know, maybe working at home and trying to get that balance down of being working at home and biding your time and pacing yourself. But again, that's where you need to reclaim all your energy and bring it back to you, because I do feel some of you got really scattered and found it really hard to focus on a project. Although you had good ideas, but it was like getting the time to do it. Maybe you're about ready to do it, and something came up with other people. I'm feeling other people and other people's dramas as well, other people's projects. So, you know, you had to do what you had to do. Yes, you are starting to learn a new job. This is the Eight of Pentacles. That's new jobs, new skills. You know, you have been practicing, you have worked on it, maybe behind the scenes. Presenting it a little bit, there's the Page of Cups. That's, you know, I don't want to get too much into, like, you know, the current, you know, this person, that person. Really, I feel like this is possibly a little offer. So you may have gotten a little work, started to work again, but it was slowly but surely. You know, like some people I know that were actually in the entertainment industry, that whole thing shut down, you know, and now the work is starting to come back on a little bit at a time. And it might have started off with really small jobs with, you would have laughed. You would have laughed 2 years ago. I don't have time for that. Are you kidding? The community theater? Well, guess what? Yeah, that became exciting after sitting at home for several months. I'll do it. All right, anything, man. Just give me something to do. All right, yeah. So it's becoming small. Slowly but surely, it's coming around. So let's see what else we have for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So doing little things, just getting started, learning something new for the first time. You know, the relationship thing, and we got the Two of Cups reversed. I've seen that a lot. I mean, this card has come up probably like 3 or 4 times. The 12 readings I do for the zodiacs, and it's just like relationships are really off. I mean, it was kind of funky with people and stuff, and it could be around getting triggered, or maybe, you know, with everybody being in the house all the time. Kind of put a kibosh on the love life, right? Yeah, you know. Not for sure, not for sure, but also business partnerships. And it could have been a business partnership that you had before that you had to dissolve because, you know, the circumstances, situation, you know, that person, it could be a long distance relationship, and it was great until you couldn't travel anymore, right? Yeah, that kind of thing. See what else we got here. But, you know, you have the strength, you can overcome it, the desires. This is also that Aries rage. You know, you really have worked on yourself to kind of keep yourself from really exploding like you could. You might have had a few little outbursts, you know, maybe some grenades instead of the nuclear bomb, right? You know, had to let it off in little spurts. That's what I feel for some of you Aries. But really, it's about taming that inner beast, that wild, that passion that you usually use, and to be able to focus it and channel it perhaps into some, had to get creative with your projects. Having the strength to overcome it, having the strength to deal with situations in these crazy, dramatic, drama-filled situations. And of course, Aries, come on, you might have been involved in a little bit of it, right? I'm talking to the dreamer Aries now. The screamer Aries, they were starting it. The dreamer Aries were trying to, like, you know, surf past it and like, yeah, this too shall pass. We will get past this. I'm gonna get my life back. You know, you kind of, you know, white knuckle. That's what I'm hearing. White knuckled your way through it. You got the Knight of Swords here. You're ready to go. You're ready to go. You're ready to get back in the battle. You're ready to get back in the swing of things. Yes, I feel that really strong for Aries. There has been some little confusion. Again, maybe it's just getting things back up and running depending on what industry that you were in. This could be, you know, a few months ago, but it hasn't been that long. There's still some big changes. Maybe even with the move, things are all confused and crazy. Just, you know, just that in general. I do see perhaps you did go back home to where you grew up, because we have the Six of Cups here. That is also a childhood friends. Maybe you moved to a town with an old friend, or you know, just moving back where family is. I feel that really strong for Aries, reconnecting with people in the past. Let's see what's going on. Oh my, did we get a whole bunch or one time? So yeah, we have seen this a lot with the Sagittarius South Node. This is the Ten of Swords. Whatever relationship this was, or partnership, it could be a business partnership as well. It is dead, people. you know, that situation, it's over, it's done. Maybe there's a little issue of not wanting to walk away, because we do have the reversed Eight of Cups. You know, still have a little sentimental feelings about how life used to be. But you know, you realize it's not that way anymore, and you're just ready to move on and move forward. I see these Nine of Swords and Nine of Wands. Let's go. That's you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're on that red horse, ready to go with all your passion, ready to get back into the swing of things. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's time to get back in the swing of things. All right, so here we go. We got the reverse Five of Wands. I've seen this a lot. Used to be a lot of competition in your work, and perhaps the field of work that you were in, there was a lot of competition, a lot of energy, a lot of chaos going on. And since all that, since the shutdown and everything, that was the one positive thing that you didn't have to deal with, right? You know, dealing with other egos and other people, and that chaos, and sometimes the competition and the battle. So you're basically, I see this as you leaving the competition behind. So whatever it is, you might have done something where you know, just literally, or leaving the argument behind, deciding I'm not going to argue, and maybe shocking some people because they're used to you getting into arguments with them, but you just, you know, going into that gray rock zone. I give you nothing. That's what nothing. This is a Grim Reaper coming to get the guy, and he is, I'm taking this with me. I'm taking my money with me. You don't want to leave. I mean, maybe some of you really did have to give up some, you know, take a cut and pay big time. That's what I see for a lot of people, or having to give up some of your possessions, your home, and not wanting to, trying to hold on to things. As a South Node in Sagittarius saying, sorry, honey. You know, you got to give that job, that life, that way of life, that mindset, those belief systems, those old belief systems about who you were and how you did your job and all that, that's got to go. And there's no holding on to it. You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you to the next level. Getting back in the swing. Okay, what else we got for Aries? Oh, yeah, we want to go. Who do we want? I want to talk about money for Aries. I feel it. That's what you guys are thinking. Work, money, work. How am I going to get it? I'm ready to do. I need to do something. That's what I'm feeling when I'm tuning into you guys and your ancestors that gave me this energy. It's like, just give me something to do, somewhere to go, you know, so I feel like I'm somebody again, you know. That's what I'm feeling. You're somebody without a job. You Aries, bullshit. Okay. All right. But it doesn't have to be a job, but it is your own business. Now, Aries is all about that stuff. Would rather have their own business. But you're very creative. I mean, come on, Aries, you're very creative. You're going to find ways to squeeze a nickel out of a turnip, right? Dreams of abundance. I'm going to get my glasses a minute after I pick this so I can read them to you. So dreaming about abundance. Again, that's over here with the beaver saying, you can dream about abundance all day long. And that's great. And it's great to visualize. That is part of the manifestation process there, Aries. But don't get lost in the dreams. You do have to start taking action to do something about them, even if it's a little bit of a time at a time. Some of you were in the middle of university. You're trying to finish up some college work, I'm hearing. Over here, trying to finish up something. It is time to complete that. Released resentments about money. It's like the Four of Pentacles there. Releasing those resentments, and also the attachment, because you wouldn't have any resentments about money or how much somebody else is making and not you, or the fact that you have to stop your dreaming and go out to go to work for some of you. Whatever it is, there is an attachment to the material world, and over attachment to the material world that creates that resentment. It says, exercise to increase your energy and manifestation ability. So you need to get out and get your exercise on there, Aries. That's what it looks like to me. Just get to moving again. get the energy flowing, get out, you know, do some little projects, work in the garden. I mean, if you're in the southern hemisphere. Although I noticed by my YouTube analytics that they're not even showing my stuff outside of the United States, and that's very interesting. So if any of you, please leave a comment. If any of you are from outside the United States, please let me know, because that's very curious. I did notice that on analytics, and it's like only showing my stuff in the United States, and I'm like, why? It's like some countries are not letting us talk like we do. I mean, I used to get to talk to all countries. Now it's like all shut down. It's really weird. I used to, you know, it was the United Kingdom, Australia, South Africa, even in some of the South American countries, Canada. Where the heck are you guys? That's what I want to know. I've noticed YouTube, by the way. So, I'm done. All right. Exercise to increase your energy and manifest it. You know, the key to manifesting quickly is to have high energy levels. And that's calling your energy back to you. Don't get in that drama. Let people drain you, deplete you. Go out and exercise. Go for a walk. Choose fun and meaningful activities so you'll look forward to exercising. So it's its own reward. I pretty much, these are all self-explanatory. So, so basically, it looks like you're focusing on money. I mean, the relationship situation or the business partnership. Kind of feel, even if you're single, you kind of feel a little done with that, or that is something you may need some healing over to work through. Maybe you see that part of your life is dead. That's weird. I hope not, Aries, but I felt that from some of you. I did, like some of your loved ones came through and said, I feel like my love life is dead. I'm sorry. It doesn't have to be that way. Even it may be that you have to change your belief system so that you can attract even a higher vibing person that really isn't so toxic and really is on your level. But that requires you to change, right? Let that ego, EGO, because we also have Chiron in Aries. Chiron. That's the wounded one. All your deep, deep, ugly wounds from this lifetime, you know, coming back up to haunt you because Chiron's also been Aries. You had plenty of time to think about all that. The Strength card, not wanting to walk away. I mean, come on, it's like a shitty situation, and we're all going through it. I'm not just picking on you, but really, it's time for us to let go. That was that Sagittarius South Node. I'm gonna hold on to my beliefs and I'm gonna deal with the sinking ship. All right, bye. Have fun down there with Poseidon. I'm not going. You know what I mean? It's like, but Aries finally, I woke up and went, oh shit, all right. I'm not going to be drama. I'm just going to get on my horse and ride out, leave the drama behind. I got the strength. Then comes along an old friend from the past. Your friend could be, you know, even a brother or sister. Our friend that you went to high school with, you know, happy memories, going back home for the holidays. You did have some confusion about what work or how to get started to work, or some kind of apprentice situation, you know, or maybe even, like I said, taking that little bitty job, you know, that you never would have. If you were a professor at a big university, that's all shut down. But over there in BF, Maryland, the backwoods community college was open and we need an English professor. And you said, okay, I need something to do. We only pay you $5 an hour. Oh, sure, whatever. Okay, you know, that's kind of the scenario that I'm seeing from the situation. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just give me something to do. All right, so you know, that holding tight and that fluctuation of fortune, yes. You're back into action. I'm saying this is getting back into the swing of things, Aries. So back in the saddle again, right? Yeehaw. Go, Aries. Just start making that list and enjoy those new beginnings. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, and giving me that wonderful thumbs up and staying with me this long. You rock, Aries. All right. Until then, sweet dreams. Remember, sweet dreams are made of these, Aries. Make some sweet dreams for yourself. Bye-bye now.